Hi there guys, so not long now until Anthony Joshua takes on Andy Ruiz Jr. and we are all intrigued and we don't really know what is going to happen. The only thing we do know is to expect fireworks. Now there has been some controversy and some claims that Anthony Joshua should retire after the Andy Ruiz Jr. fight if he were to lose. Now this is what Anthony Joshua has had to say in response to those critics. It is weird because you get, if you lose your next fight then you should retire. I say, you didn't tell me to get into the gym, so who are you to tell me to get out of the gym? I swear I'll fight till I'm 50. I fight because I love the game. Now, firstly, obviously it's great that he wants to continue boxing if he wins or loses. As well he should, he's still very early in his career. And realistically, he shouldn't really be fighting for a world title, probably until this fight now anyway. And he's already achieved so much in the sport. So, at the moment, he's very early in his career. So it's great that he wants to continue, as well he should, because he has a great future in the sport, whether he wins or loses against Andy Ruiz Jr. Now, the biggest positive that I am taking from this is that Anthony Joshua has clearly fallen back in love with the sport of boxing. Now, he explained before the first fight with Andy Ruiz Jr., he became a bit disillusioned with boxing. He was a bit fed up with the politics of it, not getting the fights against Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder. And that kind of made him fall out of love with the sport of boxing. But now he has recaptured that fire. And this, what Anthony Joshua is saying, that he will fight until he is 50 for as long as he possibly can, sounds like the same Anthony Joshua with the same ambition as he had before he won his first world title. Which is great because that means he has his fire back and he has that winner mentality back as well. Which he didn't really have that edge before the first Andy Ruiz Jr. fight. But I tell you, he has it now. And obviously, Anthony Joshua is the challenger in this fight, so obviously he's not the hunted, he is the hunter, because obviously when you are the champion, there are so many people who want to fight you, so many people who are prepping game plans for years at a time. The champion has 14 weeks at most to prepare for their challenger. So Anthony Joshua, he is the hunter again, rather than the hunted, which I think suits Anthony Joshua quite well, especially going into a fight like this, where he needs that kind of drive, he needs that fire in his belly in order to beat someone like Andy Ruiz Jr. Now, sometimes a loss for a fighter can break a fighter, but sometimes it can be the making of a fighter. Just look at Dillian Whyte. Look at the opponents he has faced and beaten since he lost to Anthony Joshua. He has only gotten better from that defeat. He has only gotten better since losing to Anthony Joshua. So obviously there is hope that Anthony Joshua has the same effect after his loss, his first pro loss to Andy Ruiz Jr. And we can pretend to know how Anthony Joshua will react when he goes back in there with Andy Ruiz Jr. But ultimately, we don't know. It's the heavyweight division. Anything can happen. Anything did happen last time. That's why we're so excited, right? This is just going to be an incredible fight. The whole event is basically just a heavyweight showdown. You obviously have Hrgovic Molina. You have Dillian Whyte, who's just been added to the card against Mariusz Wach. You also have Tom Little taking on Majidov. So it seems like this is going to be a heavyweight barn burner in Saudi Arabia. And believe me, I cannot wait. This is going to be an incredible night of boxing. Don't expect it to last long, guys, because Dillian Whyte, I think, will get a stoppage. I think Hrgovic will get a stoppage. Maybe even Tom Little will beat Majidov. In fact, I'm actually pipping Tom Little to beat Majidov. Crazy as it seems, I just think that maybe Majidov isn't made for the pro game. And I think maybe Tom Little will exploit that. And I'm saying Anthony Joshua is going to beat Andy Ruiz Jr. I know you can edge either way. It's a 50-50 fight. I just think that Anthony Joshua possesses all of the tools to beat Andy Ruiz Jr. Mind you, he has to be disciplined. He has to be careful. Make sure he gets behind his boxing. Outbox Andy Ruiz Jr., then knock him out. Not go for the knockout straight away, because that's what cost him last time. Let's remember, Anthony Joshua was winning that fight on the cards. By the time Andy Ruiz Jr. landed that punch, he already dropped Andy Ruiz Jr. and he rushed in. So he kind of gave Andy Ruiz Jr. the success he needed. He gave Andy Ruiz Jr. the opportunity to trade with him, and that's something he didn't really need to do. If he avoids that in the rematch, I believe Anthony Joshua will be okay. And I believe Anthony Joshua will win by late stoppage. That is my prediction for the fight. But guys, what are your thoughts on this? Do you believe Anthony Joshua will get the victory on December 7th in Saudi Arabia? Also, what are your thoughts on his plans to continue boxing until he is 50? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, click the thumbs up and subscribe if you are new. Thanks guys.